and welcome everyone to another edition of Thunder Insider presented by Integris Health. A little change of scenery tonight as we're inside the Oklahoma City Arena, and with me, the entire Thunder broadcast team, Brian Davis, Grant Long, Matt Pinto. Guys, some crazy bad weather has changed things up for us this week, but it certainly hasn't slowed down the Thunder team.
Well, you know, when you consider that the Thunder gets on the road for Phoenix and Utah, having won 7 out of 8 games at home, that's a good thing. The other thing is, fellas, 3-point shooting since the middle of January, now to the mid to upper 30s. Great sign for Big Blue.
Well, I'm impressed with the reserves unit for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Daquan Cook in particular. And I also like the fact that despite that Miami game, these guys are really playing well in the fourth quarter, closing out ball games.
Clearly, their identity a season ago was ironclad defensively. It's drifted a little bit, but nobody can argue the fact they're 14-3 the game immediately following a loss. That's toughness and resiliency that few teams in the league have.
One of the guys I want to bring up, Russell Westbrook, in his third season now, developing into one of the best point guards in the league. 23 double-doubles and 3 triple-doubles to this mark already, and certainly those numbers gaining him a lot of attention across the board.
Westbrook gonna attack the rim and score.
If you could describe Russell's play in one word right now, what would it be?
Toughness.
It's feisty.
Fast and relentless.
Just say amazing.
Fierce.
We've been waiting.
He's huge to what we do, and there's not a lot of other guys I don't think doing what he's doing this year so far.
He's as good as any guard in the league, but he has to stay focused and stay determined to continue to get better.
Russell down the lane, high steps and banks up and in a 5-footer. The Thunder lead.
Whether he got to do it himself or he got to give it to his teammates to do it, you know, he all out there trying to win.
Westbrook threading the needle in tight spaces.
He creates a lot of problems for the other team, and when he does that, it helps us score and it helps us defend.
Catch and shoot 3 blocked by Westbrook. It's a shot clock violation.
Just playing defense, anything is fearless, dunking the basketball, and you know he gets upset when his man scores on him, and that brings out that that kind of that monster in Russ. So I'm happy he's on my team.
Well, with Thursday night's announcement, Russell Westbrook will be joining his teammates Kevin Durant and Serge Ibaka in LA for All-Star Weekend. He was announced to the Western Conference All-Star team for his first time ever in his career. And what do you guys see being what's made him this All-Star player this year?
I think flat out his ferocious competitiveness. I mean, that's an element he brings to every game. Yes, he's athletic. Yes, he has the ability to drive by really any defender in the NBA and learning how and where to set up teammates. But, guys, he brings a competitive fire that separates him from the pack in my mind.
Well, I'm thinking like this. Russell Westbrook, normally guys will try to usher themselves into the NBA. He's kicked in the door and said, I'm here. You guys are going to respect me. His game is all about getting to the basket, setting up teammates, and he's doing that consistently, and I think that's what I like about Russell.
The coach of the Hornets, Monty Williams, says that you cannot account for Russell's athleticism, and we see that night after night. But I'll tell you what, guys, certainly Russell has developed the ability to, I'll use your phrase, impose his will on a game. But I like that and you alluded to this, Matt, he's beginning to find a little bit of a balance. For instance, in the last week, Kevin Durant has had 3 40-point games. And on those nights, when KD or Jeff Green in a moment starts to roll, Russell lays back and lets the other guys get going.
I'm glad you bring that up. An 82-game season, it's hard to maintain that level of play. And one of those guys you both already talked about, Jeff Green, knows that all too well this season. It's been some hard points for him, but recently he's gotten his groove on.
He's starting to come back around and get his rhythm going, and hopefully he continues that. But the night before the Minnesota game, I texted him late. I just told him I loved him and that could keep pushing. I'm behind him 100%, and I guess that helped. And so I just got to continue to be a good teammate to him, and he's a strong guy, so he comes in and works every day, and he's going to get through it.
And I actually asked Jeff Green what it meant to him to get that text message from Kevin Durant, and he said, the guy's playing MVP-style ball right now. He's one of the best players in the Western Conference, and really he didn't need to do that, but it shows his leadership and what he's trying to do. This is a team thing, and he wanted to encourage me and let me know that he cared, and that's what That's what leaders do.
Well, I think that's big of Kevin Durant, because what he is saying is he stepped up and he's taking control of the leadership of this ball club. We know that Nick Collison is the vocal leader. He's also one of the leaders on the ball club. But Kevin Durant, night in and night out, he's the face, he's the picture on this team. And when you get Kevin Durant giving you advice and giving you encouragement, believe me, it goes a long way.
And people can talk about camaraderie and chemistry and those types of words when it comes to pro sports. To me, it's about trust. And Kevin reached out and let Jeff know, I trust you. I need to do a better job of making certain you're engaged and involved from here.
You know, I think we've actually, with KD, believe it or not, we've turned a corner. There is a progression. We talk all the time about developing this young team. And maybe it has something to do with being elected as a starter to the All-Star team for the first time. But I'm beginning to see he was a leader before, but now he is really embracing that role night in and night out. And it's obvious to those who have been with him since the very beginning.
And you talk about that development. I feel like Serge Ibaka is another guy we have to bring up right now. We just saw him against New Orleans. Another impressive performance. You talk about blocks, the guy's doing it all, and he's really more than just that defensive player that everyone first thought he was.
He's got great passion for the game. He talked a couple of weeks ago about playing on the super hot playgrounds of Brazzaville and the Congo, out in the baking sun, not thinking about the NBA because he really didn't know about the NBA. He was playing for the love of the game, and that's a great foundation.
That passion you can't teach, and what I like about Serge is he plays so well at times. Sometimes you forget that he's only in his second year. This is a guy that makes marketable improvement with his outside shooting. His offense has come a long way, and yet he's not forgot what has gotten him this far, and that's rebounding and defense.
What you have to love is that Scott Brooks, in essence, said, I didn't have the focus, I didn't have the energy we need from Serge Ibaka for a couple of games on the recently concluded homestand. He responded to that. He came out against New Orleans and started attacking from the defensive perspective, had 12 rebounds, 6 block shots. There are a few guys in the NBA, when they put their mind to doing something, can generate numbers like that. And I think you made a great point, Grant. He's in his second season. I mean, what is the ceiling for him when you look at his basketball development?
The league certainly acknowledging that in just his second season. Now he has also been asked to be part of the Rookie Sophomore Challenge this year, as well as the Slam Dunk Contest in LA for All-Star Weekend.
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
First time on the book bus. Having a great time. Spending a lot of time with the kids.
I was a little off my game, as a matter of fact. I slept in and forgot it was at noon. I'm here now. We got here on time. 2 ice creams, yes. It's great.
We had to fit church in another session earlier, be ready and wear our Thunder gear to church, you know, say a little prayer.
First time here, sir, and I'm from Minnesota. I'll tell you, this stadium is the best stadium in the NBA, bar none. And furthermore, it's fun, it rocks, and it's a good time.
And one of the guys we got to see a little bit of during that Miami contest was Daquan Cook. 31 minutes, 13 points from him, and he does a lot of things when he's on the floor. I mean, we know he's a shooter, but he's also definitely making the spacing and opens things up for the rest of the team and moving really well right now without the ball.
Well, what I like about Daquan is this is a guy that knows he's a shooter. When you're a shooter and you know you have a specialty on the floor, you got to put yourself in a position to do that. And if you watch him move without the ball, he gets himself in a position that when he receives the ball, all he has to do is shoot. Shooters, that's what they have to do. You look at Reggie Miller from the past. You look at guys like Rip Hamilton from the Detroit Pistons. They move so well without the ball so that when they catch the ball, all there is to do is release and shoot.
How does he make his teammates better is by spacing, and he has to be between the defensive crosshairs of the opposition. If he's not, you suddenly lose him, and he's going to knock down a three-pointer that can be a backbreaker and can sway the game. If you stay on him on the perimeter, he's shown the ability and the willingness to find cutters and open teammates, which indicates to Scott Brooks he's a well-rounded basketball player, which is the reason he's getting more playing time
and
right
think,
now.
fellas, about the road that he's traveled. A couple of years ago, he was in the lineup. He was a regular in Miami. He played 75 games. Last season, he didn't play coach's decision 28 times. This year, he comes into a new system. He's got to learn to play the defense, and he's not going to play very much until he does that, but he stays with it. And all of a sudden, I'll tell you what, Kelly, having watched him from the preseason, his defense is palpably better. He's earned the playing time, and now he is giving the Thunder, with his ability to spread the floor and hit the three, he's giving the Thunder, past midseason, a new dimension. I'm
sure you guys would agree with me, too. Every time I've spoken to him, I feel like his attitude has always been really positive.
He's a Big Ten guy.
Is
like
that
me.
what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. Simple.
I gotcha. Well, aside from what he's doing right now on the court, of course, Daquan Cook also hopped on the Rolling Thunder book bus this week, his first appearance.
So, what you looking for? First time on the book bus. Having a great time, spending a lot of time with the kids. Actually helping my inside too on a lot of books I haven't seen in a long time, especially the Goosebumps series. It's been a while. Which one you want? You read that one already? What's that about?
Their reaction and their response to be able to be given a book, and the book is signed, and the players gave it to them. And they're over there, they said, can we start reading right now? And I said, absolutely.
You want that one? Let me sign it for you. It's easy. A lot of kids like to read, you know, growing up, and on their off time or their downtime, you know, they like to read. So for them to come in here and be able to pick a book and have something to do when they're not outside playing, I mean, it's great.
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
As a teacher, I appreciate so much the example that they are to our children, and that I can bring their theme of Rise Together into my classroom.
Earlier this week, Kevin Durant described Nick Collison as the ultimate teammate. He may not fill up the stat sheets, but Nick is consistently making an impact on the game in a number of ways.
Nick is a charge-taking machine.
And that's a charge! Guess who? Collison.
He gives up his body for his team every night, and he makes it look like it's not a big deal. He just gets up, but you know, those they hurt.
I think it can be a big play. It's a turnover, gets a foul for someone on the other team. There's not a lot of plays you can do that, you know, guarantee to get the ball back and you get a foul on the other team.
We need those plays around the basket. He has a nose for the ball. He has a nose on the defensive end, being in the right spot, taking charges. He's a winner.
That's a charge! Collison!
Every time he steps on the floor, he makes winning plays for us, and we need that from Nick.
I got one word for you. The word is dirty, which is Collison's nickname because he does all the dirty work, and his teammates fully appreciative of that.
Well, here's a guy that has my utmost respect. Anybody that can go out and do this on a nightly basis and doesn't care about what the people around him say outside of this team about he's not scoring enough, he's not rebounding enough. He knows his role on this team and plays it to the best of his ability, and it's an impactful role. He takes charges, he rebounds the ball, he's a vocal leader on the ball club. All of those things, the intangible things that Nick Collison does, are what makes him very special.
You know, fans seem to love dunks and three-point shots, and they love the offense. Coaches love what Nick Collison does. Set screens, go get offensive rebounds. Without a play being run for him, he can contribute in that regard. And he also takes charges. He absorbs the contact, helping out other teammates. He's an invaluable asset to this team.
And you speak of some of the things maybe people don't talk about that he does. One of the things they were talking about in the community just last week, Nick Collison donated $40,000 to Special Care. And then Thunder fans had an opportunity to also help Nick in that cause during the Miami game. There was a raffle as well as an auction, and they doubled that contribution for Special Care. Very, very cool thing.
So this name, number, seat location. This is a unique raffle. Tonight's raffle is an opportunity for fans to support our player Nick Collison. His cause tonight is Special Care, something that he believes strongly in and has made a personal donation to.
I'm buying foundation or raffle tickets for Nick Collison's jersey. I'm his biggest fan.
He's asked us to let fans help support his cause, and that's what fans get a chance to do tonight.
Special Care relies on the generosity of our community, and boy, the Thunder stepped up and has helped us as well as Nick. We just feel like we've been blessed.
$5 raffle ticket will get you a chance to win a game-worn jersey from Nick tonight. Meet and greet after the game. He'll sign it for you.
I just bought 100 raffle tickets for the jersey.
Why?
Because I am Nick's biggest fan. To meet Nick would be my big dream.
Nice to meet you.
And I did. I'm very happy. What a day. I don't even know what to tell you. This was amazing. This was my whole dream in a day. I have been wanting a Nick Collison jersey forever. And I even threatened my husband to come steal his workout shirt off his back one day.
We almost doubled what I was able to give, and I know that they really appreciate it. They need the money, and it's great. It speaks a lot about our fans and the community, and there's just a lot of good people here that are willing to help.
I've never felt short as a woman until today. Thank you very much.
Coach Brooks preaches to his team to play hard and play for each other. And Mrs. Stevenson of Cleveland Elementary has adopted that Thunder philosophy into her classroom.
4 is going to go here.
Shelly Stevenson loves teaching.
And then we can add.
And she loves the Thunder.
They are such a team of character and talent.
Now she's found a way to combine both of her passions.
As a teacher, I appreciate so much the example that they are to our children, and that I can bring their theme of Rise Together into my classroom and use it as a teaching tool to build character in my students.
She's the one that got me really big Thunder fan.
I don't watch basketball that much, but I got into Miss Stevenson's class and I started liking basketball a lot.
Her students responded so well to her love for the Thunder that she incorporated the team's core values into her lesson plans by creating a daily creed for her kids to live by.
If we make mistakes, we pick ourselves up.
We brainstormed on what that means as a class and what it means to them personally to rise together. You know, I told them about a chain. You know, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
And have one another's backs.
I love the creed. It makes me happy when I read it, and it makes me do the things that it says in it. If something's in front of us and we keep failing, we don't just give up, we keep trying again. My favorite thing is one of the last lines, and it's, we will share our glory and believe in ourselves. And I do share my glory, and I believe in myself all the time.
And as the team chips away at another 82-game season, Stevenson hopes her students will also achieve their best by rising together.
We will rise together.
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
Hey guys, mind if I cut in? Is that all right? Can I come in? You guys get it? Can I cut in?
Back of the line, Steely. Steely, I'm not going to tell you again. Back of the line.
Taser. You got a taser?
Thunder basketball is uniting our state.
When you're in that arena, you are one family.
It's the energy, it's the excitement.
These guys play with a ton of intensity.
I love the speed of the passing.
I'm on the edge of my seat every game.
I bleed Thunder blue.
This is my team.
My team.
My team.
This is our team.
One hope.
One heart.
One Thunder.
The voice of thousands.
The voice of thousands.
It is the voice of one team.
Thunder fans, don't forget there are always ways to get tickets for upcoming home games. Just go to thunder.nba.com or call 405-208-HOOP for more information. And don't forget to take part in our Watch and Win contest for a chance to win a trip to Orlando or get tickets to an upcoming home game. Go to thunder.nba.com and enter the code 2279 or text the code to 68278 for your chance to win. In this week's Stealing the Mic, Mike Steely up to his same old tricks, joining some Thunder fans who braved the cold prior to the Miami game right in front of the Thunder Reward Zone.
Isn't it ironic? The Miami Heat's in town today, and heat is not the word that we're thinking about today. We are thinking about cold, as in freezing cold. Yet these fans are willing to come out here today and brave the elements to try and get us seats in the arena.
our most loyal and passionate bunch right here for the Thunder Reward Zone. A lot of lucky fans. You're going to win some tickets, going to get a chance to buy some tickets. It's the best chance to get in today's game. It's going to be great.
I only have one question for you today. Why?
Why? I want to see a great game today.
And I'm excited to see them play Miami Heat.
And you're willing to brave these elements? I mean, this is survival out here today, man.
That's right. I'll do whatever it takes.
How many layers of clothing for you?
4.
Have you seen this guy over here? He's prepared. We have another cold fan here. Where are you from?
Florida.
No way. Really?
Yeah, actually Tampa, Florida.
And I guess you're here to see your beloved Heat. Is that it?
Oh, absolutely not. We're right here, baby. Thunder all the way.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, you look a little bit like LeBron. Are you undercover or what?
No. If I compare me to anybody, compare me to one of the Thunder players.
There you go. Well, you got your KD shoes keeping you warm?
For sure. Definitely.
Oh, man, me and this dog, cold and hungry. Let's go get some food. Come on. Hey guys, mind if I cut in? Is that all right? Can I come in? You guys get it? Can I cut in? I got cash money right here. Can I move up? Any way I can get you to, please? Any way I can get you to give up your seat?
Back of the line, Steely. Steely, I'm not going to tell you again. Back of the line.
Taser. You got a taser?
Ridiculous.
Oh, never too proud, is he? I
Steely,
love the guy.
Always get in trouble. He knows how to do that well, doesn't he?
He's like Eddie Haskell.
He's a master.
Well, thanks again for joining us for another edition of Thunder Insider presented by Integris Health. This week inside the Oklahoma City Arena, but we'll see you back here next week with more on Thunder Basketball.